The number one tax planning mistake agency owners make after becoming profitable. So now your agency's profitable, you've got your numbers in line, but here's the problem. You're still overpaying in taxes. I see this all the time. An agency owner finally gets their people costs under control, their overhead in line, and they're hitting that 20% profit target. And then they hand everything to their CPA at the end of the year. That's the mistake. Because at that point, there's very little you can do, and that's being reactive. Tax strategy is not something you do in April. It's something you do throughout the year. This is called proactive tax plan. And this is where most agency owners have missed opportunities because they're not looking at their numbers often enough. So what do successful agency owners do differently? The agencies that do this right, they don't wait until year end. They review their numbers monthly. They understand where they are, where they're going, and what decisions need to be made now. That's how you create clarity and confidence. So here's the process. This is exactly why we meet with our clients every month. Not to review the past, but to plan forward. We're looking at current numbers, projections, upcoming decisions, and we're making adjustments in real time because implementation matters more than information. Here's the reality. Your tax liability is based on what happens throughout the year, not what you look at in April. So if you're not tracking and adjusting monthly, you're guessing. And guessing leads to overpaying taxes. Some practical guidance. Let me show you something that most agencies are not doing, and this is critical. Know your numbers. Know your accrual numbers and know your cash numbers. Most agencies track performance on accrual basis, and that's good. It gives you a clear picture of agency profitability. But then you need to convert accrual to cash because most agencies track performance on accrual basis, but many file taxes on a cash basis. And that creates a disconnect. So each month you want to take your accrual net income and adjust for accounts receivable, accounts payable, prepaid expenses, deferred revenue. There may be some other things in there. And this is what gives you your cash basis income. Now you have the real number you're paying taxes on. Here's where you'll land at year end, what your tax liability will be, what opportunities you have. We've seen many agencies come to us at the end of the year before they had a large accounts receivable. In the current year, they're not profitable or their profit's very low. Then they go sit with their accountant when it's time to do their taxes, and all of a sudden they have all this profit. But they're looking at their P&L and there is no profit. That's because they picked up as income all the accounts receivable from the prior year that they received in the current year. So while they thought they weren't profitable on a cash basis, they're actually very profitable. And what comes with that is sticker shock, a big tax bill. So let's take action during a year. Now you can actually do something. You can accelerate your expenses. You can defer income where appropriate. You can adjust compensation. You can implement strategies that are legally and audit ready to reduce your taxes, but only if you do this before year end. This is the difference between reactive tax filing and proactive tax planning. One reports what happened. The other helps you keep more of what you make. And just to be clear, everything we're talking about here should be legal, documented, and audit ready. This is not about shortcuts. It's about doing things the right way. If you've gone through the series and you've got your numbers in place, the next step is simple. Start reviewing your numbers monthly, do a line-by-line review, and start a conversation with your CPA. Because when you combine strong financials with proactive tax planning, that's where real results happen. That's how you keep more of what you make. Hi, I'm Craig Cody. If you don't know me, I'm a CPA. I specialize in accounting and tax strategy, helping agency owners legally reduce their taxes. All right, before you go, if you're an agency owner and you want to keep more of what you make, I've got two things for you. First, grab a copy of my book, The 12 Biggest Tax Mistakes That Cost Agency Owners Thousands. It breaks down the exact mistakes I see every day and how to avoid them. Second, if you want to see what this looks like for your business, get a free tax analysis. We'll take a look at what you're doing now and show you where you might be overpaying. And if this video helped you, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss future strategies on tax planning, cash flow, and building a more profitable agency. I'll see you in the next video.